Hey traders, this is Jeff from ZenTrader.ca with a weekend update. I got these charts ready a while ago, so I'm just going to kind of fly through them. We got a lot to cover. Market timing signal, still bullish. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit more pullback here. Maybe we trade back within this range that we're kind of in. I'm not crazy about Friday's action. You never want to see a gap up and then have it basically just sell off the rest of the day, but it's not that bad. We could easily come back here to 3160. I was doing a little research. I could even see the markets pulling back to 3075 and still be bullish. That's not that I think we're going to go down there, but if we were to sell off down here and come back, 3075, 3080. Right around here would be an area where I would think that the uptrend is still intact. That would be worst case scenario in my opinion, and the longer that takes to get there, I would raise that target. The other weird thing was the volume on Friday. I mean, this can sometimes be indicative of a top. The other chart I wanted to show you with the TSX, this is insane volume, 500 million. The last time we had volume like that, it was a short-term bottom. So you never want to see a market that's overbought and this kind of volume. I mean, yeah, it was options on the US markets. I don't really know a whole lot. I don't know why it was like this on the TSX, but that's kind of really strange. The three-line break is still up, so that's positive for the NASDAQ. At the Dow, we're basically in a little bit of a range ourselves, just like we were in the NASDAQ. The new moon top is still holding. And then I want to show you something else here. The gold. This is the new moon. You can see here, if you were to draw a line across here, anytime we got up there, basically it got rejected. There was a strong rally in gold on Friday, and it just lost momentum and closed back down underneath that day high on the new moon. So that's pretty interesting, I think. The VIX, you can see we're chugging along down here to really low volatility range. We're just under what I would consider normal, but it is low. And when it's like this, you got to expect any day now we're going to have some sort of sharp pullback, if only to scare the bulls and keep them from being too overconfident. And I would view that as a buying opportunity. Another market that I really do like right now is TBT. I think that it's setting up for another buy opportunity. It's pulled back. This is a ratio chart with TBT to SPX, and I think we can use this 15 EMA here as a guide. I think if we were to go down, and if it were to find resistance, then that would be a stop. But I really like the TBT chart. And I think that bonds in general have topped. I've been talking about that for a long time. There's some really bearish patterns in TLT. I believe there's a Head and Shoulders, and there's another one I remember. You can kind of take your pick, but I think bonds are done for. And then the last chart I wanted to talk about was GDX, and you can see the vertical line that this chart is just screamed up. It just reeks of overbought, and given that we're right back here, this was support for most of 2011. Anytime it got below this line, it bounced back quite quickly, and then it basically, this is not a Head and Shoulders, but sometimes Head and Shoulder patterns have two shoulders on both sides, and I could see that. I don't know if you guys can, but regardless, this does look to be a pretty decent size area of resistance, and we're above it. But really the question is, how long can we stay above it, especially when the RSI, it's not above 70. It's not, in my opinion, displaying extreme strength. It's basically used all its powder to get up to here. And I think that we're going to find some resistance here around 70. And we'll probably sell off, maybe go back down to 50, and then it'll maybe try and form a base and maybe take another crack at this resistance. All right, guys, have a good night.